444. 448 is what we just saw. See? 448. Sweet. Getting the number 4444. What up, y'all? Wheat, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheat Feel, y'all. Welcome to you. Hey, if you new, welcome to you too. This is your girl Lottie here at Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, where you show enough, never know what you gonna get, but love it, you just don't. And actually, August is the number 8, and 17 is 1 and 7. That breaks down to the number 8. The only number in the date that doesn't break down to 8 is the number 9, 2025. What up, Wheat? Thank you so much for tapping in. We just checking out the vibes. The week begins is Sunday, first day of the week, right? And it's like, what's the vibes? You know what I'm saying? So we kind of got a couple of things that we just kind of want to randomly talk about. We made the viral. Hey, Jean, thank you so much for tapping in. Have y'all seen the viral carrot hot dog recipe? I've seen it a couple of times over a couple of months, and we decided to try it. Look, I go our carrots in our sauce. The sauce and the marinade for these carrots came out so great. I can't even tell you. I think we put chicken bouillon seasoning, some Worcestershire sauce seasoning. We put some ham-based bouillon seasoning. You never saw it? Oh, you should look it up. It's so fun, right? I think we added some garlic and some other stuff, but you clean up your carrots and, get that skin off, and then make your little seasoning with some water and steam them up. And look, threw it on the hot dog with some fixings and stuff. And when I say that hot dog bun, look, it came out just like a hot dog. When I say, right now we're putting them in the air fryer just to give them, if we can get them to crisp up a little bit more, because we like our hot dogs to have that char on the outside. But when I say, if you are looking to come away from like meat products or like processed meat products and you still like a good hot dog, that recipe right here, baby, that thing, it was giving hot dog, okay? Diggity dog. So that was our food experiment for today. And we had some watermelon with some cantaloupe, a little melon salad. It was so good. When I say it was so good, look, I was shocked. We were shocked, okay? Yeah, it was like, oh, we making these, like, that's on the menu, Ashe. That's on the menu. That is on the menu. And we thought about it too. I was like, because even if you don't want to do bread, like if you are a person that would do a lettuce wrap or something like that, I was like, oh, you could totally just mix this up and, really cut a lot of calories out. So if you guys are interested in doing the viral hot dog recipe, try it. We got to turn the live on so we can see the comments. Oh my goodness. That was so fun. We got the energy of the garlic though when we were seasoning the hot dog. Hey Crystalline, hey lovely, thank you so much for tapping in. We were talking about the viral hot dog, the carrot hot dog recipe. We just tried it out today. It was so good. And while we were doing the seasonings, the spirit got the garlic out. And when I said they did a heavy garlic seasoning, I was like, ooh, y'all know when they be putting that garlic in the food and a heavy pour like that is giving energetic vampire. So as we go into this new week, look at the things that will sap out or siphon out your energy. Yes, what did he say? Oh, cleanse. Look, I don't know what numb is giving a meditation is what I'm feeling. But it's something about cleansing not only your energy and your spirit. I'm getting that. Yes. So, energetic vampires, stay on the lookout for that. I'm feeling inspirational. So let's get some motivational cards. It's something about here. This one, this, which one? This. Yeah, it didn't feel like it was clear. Like we touched it and I thought they said no. Maybe we were asking too quickly. Something. Attracting positive individuals into your life. See, be mindful of your inner circle. Be cautious about anybody that wants to siphon out your energy. You could definitely have an energetic vampire in your orbit, and I'm just really picking that up. You know, sneak a little garlic in your food this week. I'm just saying, right? Keep the vampires off you. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So ask yourself, who do I spend the most time with? Who are the people I admire most, and are they the same people? Hmm. Attracting positive individuals. See, I love garlic, Gene. I do. Yeah, it definitely looked. It was good. When I say that carrot hot dog was, I was pleasantly surprised, like shocked, like mouth was open, like you did. They did this with a carrot. Whoever be thinking of these recipes, like the vegan is like so different from when I was doing it like 20 years ago, beloved. Cause it had got boring. Like, how many types of salads can I eat? But these days, they doing stuff that's like it tastes better than. I'm just saying, right? Because you put so many vegetables on your meat to flavor it. It's like, why not just eat the vegetables, beloved? So that's what we were getting. Like, it was like, yeah, it's time to make a change again. The body was feeling a kind of way. We were feeling heavy. The gut was feeling heavy. So it was like, yeah, it's time to do something to make a change. Your friends are positive, Gene. That's awesome. Yeah. You say I think people on the strict budget think, yeah, type, yeah. But you know what? Vegetables are so much cheaper than meat products. It is. It's so much cheaper. We still have so much fruit from even the fruit that we bought last week, and we put half of it, like prepared it like for our fruit salads, and I got some that blessing will eat, things that I will eat, separating it out, putting some in the freezer, you know what I mean, to last us. So even like watermelon doesn't taste very good after you freeze it and you unthaw it, but it's perfect for a smoothie. So we will freeze half the watermelon and put it away so that it's like fruit smoothie ready, the basis for the smoothie. Instead of using water or some other concentrated juice, we just use that, and super hydrating, super refreshing. I'm telling y'all, I feel like I've lost quite a bit of pound. If I haven't lost any weight, the bloating has gone down a lot. My gut is starting to feel better. I don't have so many disturbances, and I feel a lot more hydrated. I can see a difference in my skin. We're getting compliments like you're glowing. I'm like, we didn't put on shit but some vitamin C, and that was it. Like, wash the face, put some vitamin C on, and that was it. Like, that's it. But I'm feeling like it's the hydration that we're getting from the fruits and the vegetables, beloved. Yeah. You used to put ingredients from your fridge on Pinterest. Wow. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes people just be needing that motivation, like the inspiration, like what can they do? Because sometimes you run out of ideas, even as people feel like they're creative, but if you don't, we literally was just having this conversation with Blessing, like to be able to think about food and doing it differently. We came from a heavy soul food family. When I say we ate pork so much until I quit eating pork, and then I would just eat the sides, and sometimes I couldn't even eat it because the sides are made with pork, and then it would be like, oh well, shit. But when we went away to college, we went a couple hours away from our hometown. We spent a lot of time in the grocery store, just walking around trying to figure out what is it that we like to eat, to develop our own pattern, like our individual taste, right? Because you don't know what you don't know. I was just telling her, like, I have family who literally have not eaten anything except for what their parents have put on their plate. If their parents didn't teach them about this type of food or that type of food, then they won't eat it. They won't branch out. They won't expand their palate. They're like, no, what is that? That don't look like nothing we ate as a kid. I'm not even gonna try it. And so it does speak to being a little, closed off. But look at the limitation it does to a person's experience when they're not open to just trying something. What you say, Crystalline? You love to cook. Your daughter says you should open a restaurant. Yeah. Yeah, but you just cook for your loves. That's me. That's me. Mom says the same thing. You should put that in your recipe book. I'll be so glad when you start a restaurant, right? Yeah. Yeah. I love fresh food. Yeah, this time of year. Yes, yes. And it's so odd when we go into the winter months, it just feels like it just shuts down the palate. So as we garden and we're trying to figure out like how to preserve food so that we can have, that fresh taste or lots. I don't even know how we get like how do you preserve the nutrients in live foods like over the winter? We haven't learned how to can or preserve yet. So it doesn't look difficult. We just haven't done it. Yeah. Put together a cookbook. That would be nice. Yes. Look, cause look, I'm so horrible because we just wing it and we just like start doing ish. Like, oh, throw it in a little this, a little that, a little this. And it's like, okay, if you take a picture of the stuff that you used, then you probably would be able to figure it out. Yeah, hey, Miss Hillary, thank you so much for tapping in. Yes. Oh, they use root cellars. Oh, what is that? I need to look that up. What's a root cellar? I'm gonna write that down. Root cellar. And it's given like, to like preserve your food for the winter. I even see like how some people like braid the stalk of like their garlic or the onions and like hang them in like bags so that they stay fresh for months. Yeah. Even lettuce can last. Root cellars are in old homes with dirt, unfortunately. Oh, okay, yeah, that would kind of freak me out a little bit with the dirt. But maybe they do something a little bit more modern. Because I even was trying to figure out how do I grow potatoes and onions and carrots and like root vegetables in the house. Like, can you do that in the house, like over the winter, and grow them in bags or big pots? Yeah. So, Spirit said, since we're talking about growing food and stuff like that, I think that's part of the message. Everything that comes through is important, is significant, right? It's a way of knowing what is in your circle, like what you are putting in your body, what you are consuming. Being around certain people you consume, you attach to their energy, right? You exchange with these people all the time, which is why you kind of like, again, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And it's also given like our health in terms of overall consumption. Think about even the 5 foods that you eat the most. Like, what are your staples? When you go to the store, what is like the 5 things? Or you look in your refrigerator, what are the 5 things that you have to have? Like, think about what we're consuming. When you think about music or television, what are the 5 shows that you are watching? Like, what's on your rotation? What's in your playlist? What are we putting on our plate and how are we developing our palate, beloved? Palate development. Palate is given development. So we're going to write that down. And we know, self development is always happening. We're always developing our character. We're always playing different characters. We're always switching roles, right? It doesn't mean that you're not yourself. You can see Denzel in any role that he plays, he still gives signature Denzel, right? Even though he's totally believable in all of his roles. Hey, sis, thank you so much for tapping in. You making dinner? Nice. We were talking about food, so awesome. We were just sharing the carrot dog recipe that we just tried out. But it's given the message that I'm getting that's coming through is like look at who or what is closest to you. Yeah, that's what it's given. Yeah, eatery. Look, I love food, Miss Hillary. I do. I literally only go to the restaurants just so I can taste it and taste something new so that I can figure out how to go home and make it. Like that's the deal. Like I'm a foodie to go to restaurants to figure out what they got that's different so I can go home and make it. I can copy it and try to make it vegetarian or at least with the least amount of meat possible. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. You making carrots tonight with your rice? Oh, nice. See, it's a carrot kind of day. See, look, look. I don't know why I just heard the hare and the tortoise, but it's giving carrot. Don't let nobody dang a carrot in front of your face either. I just saw that. Like attracting you with the promise of something and the goalpost keeps moving. So be careful. This is coming out. I am capable of moving beyond my mistakes. No regrets, Ashe. No regrets. No regrets. No remorse. No crying over spilled milk. If anything, you learned, that whatever you did might spill some milk. And that's okay. Right? We can move past it. You get the wisdom, the intelligence, the understanding, and you move forward. Wisdom is the understanding. The long-term consequence of your actions today. Take a look at your daily habits. And weren't we really just saying that? Like, listen, look at the people who are in your circle, your top five. Look at what's in your refrigerator, the staples. What are the top five? What's in your music playlist? What is the top five, right? What are you watching from TV shows? What is the top five? All of those things you are consuming and they impact your energy. You could have energetic vampires in your circle and you don't realize how those things are sapping your energy, how it's robbing you of energy. First of all, the body, if we're not paying attention to the things that we're eating, right, then that food diet is robbing you of health and vitality and energy. It's not feeding the body, and it's also preventing the body from doing what it's supposed to do, right? It's diverting its energy somewhere else to get rid of the toxins that you may be putting in it because we might not be paying attention. It might just be mindless, like, this is it. This is what I was taught. I was socially conditioned in this way, so I continue to do it. But today is a new day. You get to learn and do something different to discover for yourself, develop your palate, right? If your music that you're consuming is negative, if it's not in a rhythmic sequency that aligns with the body, you could be destroying or stealing and robbing your own energy, right? You could be saying things repetitively, which are negative spells against yourself, and you're putting that out into the ether, and then we wonder why we're getting in chaos. It could be an energy theft, like an energy thief, and we don't realize it. We don't think about it. So it's not just people. Think about your actions. Think about consumption in general. Yes. And look, what did you say, sis? You said you was reading today that dinner can detox mercury from the blood and the brain. Yeah, detoxing. Using your food to detox, using your food to heal. It is medicine, right? It is nutritious, but it's medicine. That's why I was saying, like, we've been eating a lot of melons. Mixing melons, whether it's watermelon and cantaloupe or honeydew melon and watermelon, like think about it like that, the blend. But we've been feeling so hydrated, like we can see the difference in the skin and everything, the eyes, like the whites of our eyes, all of that because we're feeding the body, we're getting a lot of micronutrients. Yeah. Hillary says she's watching a girl from China who shows how to use food to heal the body. Absolutely. It's a lot of things that are in our inner circle that we may not be taking account of that is energy theft. They rob your energy. Robbers. It's giving me like little raccoons. You know what I mean? Little bandits. You're robbing out your energy. And it's like you may not always understand it. If you are tired and you're lethargic, it could definitely be tied back to your diet, right? If you're not sleeping, it could be tied back to your body and your diet, right? What is the body doing? Is it steady? Is it missing something? Could be magnesium, it could be potassium, it could be sodium, it could be copper. A lot of women have issues because we have copper deficiency. We have a lot of micronutrient and mineral deficiencies. So, and it wreaks havoc on the body, especially if you like us, post menopausal to what? Okay, look, we are hyper sensitive about diet and feeding the body because we are trying to reset. You talking about hormones being all over the place, and you don't want to just take estrogen pills and supplements because they could increase your incidence of developing other disease in the body. It's ways that you can balance yourself through nutrition. So think about your top five in every area, whether it's people, whether it's food, whether it's music, whether it's television, all of those things. And then think about your just, even spirituality. What do you do for your spiritual, mental, emotional health? What are those things? And is there anything you can feed that you can support and lift up so that you can, revitalize self, lift you up, your energy, all of it? The five pillars of health and abundance. We set your intention is coming through in keystone decisions. So you may, if your intention is to have vitality and longevity, right? You may need to look at your inner circle and the things that could be robbing your energy, right? Energy is currency. That's your currency, right? So energy, currency, money, think about it, right? And make some decisions. Keystone decisions, very important stuff, right? So, four major decisions in your life that will either shape you or break you. Where are you going to live? Who you're going to marry? What are you going to do? And what are you going to dedicate your life to? It's definitely dedicating your life, and it's giving like these five important things that are like we just talked about, that five pillars of success and wealth. Dedicating your life to supporting and uplifting the five pillars of wealth in your life: spiritual wealth, emotional wealth, mental wealth, physical wealth, and financial wealth. Setting those intentions. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. See, we must believe in them to know that they can come true. And you believe so that you can see, you get the evidence of faith. So next time you just know, you just know it. I just know it. Time and effort. Think about how you're spending it, right? Think about it. They want to put that there. And we see past, present, and future coming through. So the spirit may be calling somebody to reflect past, present, future. Think about what's in your inner circle. The average of five, you are the average of the five people you spend the most time with, right? You could probably see your energy or what's going on with your health when you think about the five meals you eat the most. What's in your fridge? What are your staples? Right? You can see your manifestations and how life is developing. If you think about the five top artists or musical frequencies you align with. So if you are a person that listens to Mary J. Blige, I love me some Mary J. I love me some Mary J. But she used to make some sad ass music back in the day. She'd get you through. You could cry with her on a depression. I'm just saying. You got some aggression, it's something about gangster rap. Gangster rap and help you get out there. You know what I'm saying? You mad at the females because somebody did you wrong or some shit like that. You could really be like, you know what I mean? You can get all of that out. But if you are really wanting to have a person that you can connect with that's loyal and dedicated, that's trustworthy, that's accountable, you know what I mean? They hitting them characteristics like friendship and all of that. You may want to switch up what you're listening to and what you're singing out because you're casting spells over yourself. Okay? One of the biggest form of spell work is right now is music. And that's why they talk about the music industry and how it's so insidious. TV is the next. It is vision, right? They're telling you lies in this visual stimulation. So think about what you're watching, what you're singing, what you're eating. And we are living in a world where everything has plastics and chemicals and harmful toxins, it's very easy to see how our personal lives is filled and inundated with toxicity. So key decisions is thinking about where you're going to live. Can you live in a place where you can get fresh air, more earth to grow good foods? Is given that, like, are you in a congested space? Is it around a city with a lot of pollution and noise? You know what I mean? Is given that. Who are you going to marry? Are you marrying, connecting to a person that believes and supports you? Believes in you and supports you the same way that you would support them too, right? Does 50-50, if that's the thing, are they helping and supporting with this while you're helping and supporting with that? Does it mean that we're sharing time and effort, where if I do stay at home and take care of all these things, do I still have space to accomplish my own dreams? Like, think about that dynamic. What do you want to do? Are you in alignment with your purpose? Are you pursuing it? Do you feel you have space to be able to do it? And again, that's that dedication of life. Like, what are you dedicating your life to? Is it the mundane or is it purposeful? Right? So a lot of things that Spirit is asking us to think about. We got courage. Ooh, look at that leap. Look at the leap. Courage. Going forward. Life presents challenges, and facing these challenges requires courage. Sometimes it is the courage to overcome fear or doubt, or other times it is the courage not to give up in the face of adversity. So it's difficult to kind of eat clean, to live clean in a society that's generating nothing but toxins. It's pollution in every arena, right? Polluted food, polluted water, polluted music, polluted television. Like, everything that we bring into our senses is filled with toxins, and it's very difficult to face that and press against it and find a way to live clean, beloved. It says, yeah, to stand up for what you believe is right, right? Courage often means letting go of the familiar. Letting go of the familiar. Like I mentioned, we have a family member that's like, if my mom, my dad didn't put it on my plate when I was growing up, I won't eat it. You talking about stuck to the familiar. Think about children who were raised like, if they threw a fit about eating vegetables, only thing they would eat is like mac and cheese because that's all that they would eat. Parent is like too tired to have the battle with the child to teach them nutrition, to expand their palate, right? It takes that early introduction to be flexible and adaptable. Otherwise, you might have an issue in adulthood learning how to be flexible and adaptable, to open up to new experiences or new information in general. Yeah, it's giving the ability to dig into your inner strength and really utilize it. It's already built within, but what may be stifling you or keeping you from going further or continuing to develop it? I have the strength to deal with any challenge today brings. I am courageous when others are afraid, beloved. Be strong. Yeah. Hey, Michelle, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's my thing too, Miss Hillary, trying to avoid the pharmaceuticals. I have shared with you before that I do have an autoimmune disorder. We have to say it because it's true. We have a diagnosis of an autoimmune disorder, fibromyalgia, right? It was our 40th birthday present. Yay. Thank you so much. Genetics and trauma. Okay. But we have a freaking box of pills that's like, when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 anxiety and depression, 6, 7, at least 7 to 8 different medications that we would take just to manage the complex that fibromyalgia is. Because if we get upset and anxious and stressed and all that shit, it could kick off a flare off, which means we need muscle relaxers. We need 2 different types of medicines to work on the nerves, to calm the nerves down. We need a pain reliever. We need something to work on inflammation. It's ridiculous. And we looked at that shit and we was like, there's no way. Oh, no. There absolutely not. No. To continue to get up and take all of these medicines 3 times a day? No. A lot of times we were in zombie mode. Like, some of that shit conk you out, knock you out. How the fuck am I supposed to work? During that time, too, fibromyalgia wasn't even on the disabilities list. So I couldn't even claim it with my employer when I'm having a flare up and I can't get out of bed. Because I can't even put clothes on. I didn't sleep all night because I can't lay on nothing and I can't have nothing on top of me. Like, that's how bad it was. But through exercise and diet, we've been able to keep the complex under control where we don't touch them pills. The pills that we have in our possession are all expired. And when I say, even when we have a bad day, we find other ways, whether it's calming, meditation, deep breathing, grounding, right? Being able to touch the earth and put our feet in it, our hands in it is so healing, beloved. It definitely brings down the system, the body. Think about it, fibromyalgia is the nervous system. So when I ground and I let the earth reset my electrical conduction, it does wonders. So I cannot tell you what to do for self, right? I'm not a doctor. I can only share my testimony, but it's definitely giving, look at what's in your inner circle and how is it contributing to your current condition, siphoning out your energy, right? And keeping you from reaching your highest potentiality, living in the best way that you can in the moment. Mindful, natural observation is coming through. This exercise is as simple as it is possible. I don't know why we can't talk. We are thankful to the Alpha and Omega. Thank you for bringing this message. We ask to overflow, right? So we can be spiritually strengthened and bear the yoke that's on our shoulders. We ask that it go out into your wheat field. Have them hear, have them see, so that they may believe this message. Have them be strengthened in the spirit to bear the yoke that's on their shoulders. Have them overflow, and we meet in the middle. I'm getting healing. I'm hearing health. I'm hearing longevity. I'm seeing vitality. I'm seeing harmony. I'm seeing balance. Seriously, harmony and balance. This says, this exercise is as simple as it is powerful. It is designed to connect us with the beauty of the natural environment. Choose a natural object, a flower, an insect, tree, or anything really. They have brought me a message about a flower. Choosing what type of flower you are with. Do you have a favorite flower? What is your favorite flower? I love calla lilies. Calla lilies are my favorite. What is your favorite flower? Put it in the comments. What's your favorite flower? Hey, Miss Monica. It's something about the flower and the type of flower that kind of has like a thing with its environment. Is the environment the best so that the flower blooms like to its full magnificence? That's what it's giving. Ooh, sweet peas. Look, I have been trying to find some butterfly sweet pea flowers just to dehydrate it so like hibiscus we can make our own tea. It's beautiful. Yay. And when you put a little lemon in it, it turns it from like blue to purple. It's so cool. I love that. What else? Who else got a favorite flower out there? Because I'm getting that spirit is kind of saying, like, every flower doesn't grow in every terrain, in every environment. So if you are a particular type of flower, you might want to look at where you're planted. That's what I got. You've begun to love roses. You know, you've been working with them. Oh, Crystalline, I like roses too. You used to love lilies. It's so many varieties. It is so many varieties of roses. We had 3 rose bushes. We have 3 rose bushes in the yard. And they didn't do so well this year. They didn't bloom. I'm like, what happened? Ooh, sunflowers, Monica. I love sunflowers too. Ooh, Chinese mums. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't think I've ever seen one. So, some of you guys may know that I was very suicidal, and the I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on YouTube. I might get flagged, but the last after the last attempt where I was successful and then I was brought back. Thank you. They told us, that we are to find a flower, right? To find a new flower. Like that would be the mission. If you couldn't find anything to get you up out of the bed that day, to make it the mission that every day we would go find a new flower, Ashe. Yeah. Oh wow, your ex lost 4 rose bushes this year. It's something going on because the roses did not bloom. I was like, what the heck is that? Another lesson we got from flowers, just like Crystalline was saying, like it's so many varieties. Flowers are like, they're also beautiful uniquely. And it's so many, like even the ones that's like from roses to different types of, lilies, right? To sunflowers. And I think about the some difference between sunflowers and daisies, right? Wildflowers, they all grow together and they don't compete, right? They don't compete. They all know they pretty. They all in their own element. They doing their thing. They not, the daisies ain't looking at the sunflowers like you all tall and I'm down here. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't matter. That's one thing I love about wildflowers. Ooh, lavender is really good to smell. And lavender is one of those things that keeps bugs and pests away from your house too. So if you have lavender planted around, it's good for the environment, like pest control. Yeah. So, it's something about just allowing yourself to be your own unique brand. Like you don't have to compete with any other flower. That would be ridiculous for a daisy to compete with a sunflower. They're obviously made different. But it's something about cactus flowers that grow in the desert versus like Venus flytraps that grow in the forest, right? It's almost like depending on what type of flower you are you in the right environment for your optimal growth and support? Yeah. Would you say, Monica, you're going to go back and plant some? Yeah, yeah. Lavender is so good. And it smells so good. And again, it's one of those flowers. You can pick the petals and dehydrate them and use them in tea and use them in food. They're edible. Flower essence, Bach flower remedies are super healing. Yeah, Crystalline. You had a client that would go to the coop and just pick them, walk around the store and bring them back. Oh, she had fibromyalgia as well. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. Bach flower remedies. I'm gonna write that down too. Bach. It reminds me that's music, like Bach the composer. Bach flower remedies. Yeah, we definitely, you know, um, she didn't have the money to buy them. Yeah, and that's crazy because we get hibiscus, dried hibiscus, and they can be expensive. They can be like $25 for a big bag, but they last a long time. And I use them like over and over and over again. Like I will use the hibiscus flower to make tea, and I can use the same batch of flowers a couple of times, at least 2-3 times, to get the flavor out of it, and like through steeping, making tea and lemonade, and then when they're done, I freeze them, and we've made ice cream with them too. So sometimes I boil them to get all the flavor out, and then use the petals to make vegan cheesesteaks. Like use it like a replacement for beef. So I don't know if anybody is into edible flowers, but it's one of our things right now. Yeah. So let's get it. We got these little cards here that have been wanting to speak. Yeah, that's what mom was like. You need to, think about recipes because is this broken? It is, and we couldn't get it off. So something is broken, but I don't know if you know that it is, right? Hmm. Marigolds are edible too. Wow. And we planted marigolds to support the garden. They help keep away pests, like certain insects and stuff like that, away from your fruits and veggies. So it's like a good companion plant. Oh, I'm gonna have to look up recipes because we definitely got some and I'm talking about they tall. They look like bushes. We seriously. Reflect. Reflection is definitely here. Reflecting on your inner circle, the things that are closest to you, and get more information. Get more information. Yeah. Mindful, natural observation, it helps you receive more information, right? Being able to take lessons from the natural law. Ooh, nasturtiums. Nasturtiums. I'm gonna have to look that one up too. I don't know if I've ever seen it. I remember reading that it is also a good companion plant. Yeah, compromise may be necessary for somebody. Compromising may be a challenge. Something you may need to do coming up soon between weeks and months. It's definitely giving me these four keystone decisions. You may be having a life change coming up. Right, again, reassessing and reflecting, thinking about your energy, what you're spending your time and effort on, what's in your inner circle. You know, there's no regrets, no excuses. We may have made mistakes in the past, but it just gave us the wisdom and intelligence to move, to use it to go further. We're believing in ourselves, right? You may make some decisions, and whatever the decisions is to change, believe that you can do it. Have the courage and the strength. And if you start to feel like a little waver, go outside and observe nature, right? Everything blooms in season. There's no real, I guess you can say that. I don't think it's competition, but it is like survival of the fittest. Like we have to change, we have to adapt, we have to evolve in order to survive, right? And it's like you will get so much information just by observing the natural law. Which one would you like? This one? They're giving us the seven spiritual laws of success, beloved. Ha ha ha. The law one, pure potentiality. It says the source of creation is consciousness, pure potentiality seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. It's given like everything in nature comes from the unmanifest to the manifest. And when we look at it, we can see that, right? We can see how everything arrived from nothing, just elements, right? Ingredients. Um, we are it and it is us. Like how we were talking about so many things within us or things that we're putting on us or in us could be robbing us. Like we are mineral deficient, we are vitamin deficient, we are nutritionally deficient, we're at a deficit. And it's because of the deficit on Gaia. Like we think about how are we feeding and supporting Mother Earth where she feeds and supports and heals us, right? Are we putting back into it? Are we completing the cycle of life, beloved? That's a consideration, right? When we realize that our true self is one of pure potentiality, we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe. You yourself, your pure potentiality, right? You could have arranged into anything, and your body supports that. Like you started out as this clump of stem cells, basically, like, and they had to arrange themselves to organize this organism, like to create your brain, your gut, your heart, the spinal cord. Like you looked very ambiguous in your early development. If you look at a zygote compared to zygotes of other animals, you'll be like, what the shit? Right. I look like a dinosaur. But you turned out to be human, right? A human vessel. So it's given like that the pure potentiality for any and everything to develop. You are evidence of that. It's like you are living, breathing evidence of faith that the potential that's within you is so monumental that it's well beyond our understanding. And I'm saying it like that because it is so huge. Stem cell research is major, right? We know that they've been arguing about it in scientific spaces, the legalities of it, the necessity for it, the need for it for quite a while. That's because its applications are so ginormous. If they can arrange themselves to become anything. They can become eye cells, they can be heart cells, they can be lung cells, liver, whatever, any and everything. Then that tiny cell itself is a natural example of pure potentiality. It can develop into any and everything. Wherever it's placed at, where it's planted at, it will become that. And that's tying back to the message they gave us about the flower. What type of flower are you? Where are you planted at? If you are a cactus flower and you are planted in the desert, you probably will receive way too much water to survive. But if you are a fucking Venus flytrap and you're in the desert, then you probably wouldn't be able to stand that, right? Does a Venus flytrap compete with a sunflower? No. Like, why would they ever do that? It's given that type of mentality. Yeah. Yeah, our potential is limitless. Absolutely. Absolutely. Crystalline, anytime a study has been done to see the limits on stem cells on human beings, we always reach them every time. Yeah. Yeah. The potential is limitless. It is. It is. Because, and do you think that they really want you to believe in that? Like, to know it. Like, you can believe, like, my potential is limitless. But belief leaves room for doubt. Even belief leaves room for doubt. We must believe in order to see. But belief itself leaves room for doubt because there's no room in knowing. When you know something, that's when you get to that closed-minded. Like, I know that there's no, I cannot be convinced otherwise. I know that I'm a brown-skinned girl with dreadlocks down to the lap, so you cannot argue with that. I know it, but some things I believe. Right? I believe, and I constantly reaffirm my belief. Right? So that I can stay in that energy, so that I can see it. I am constantly activating faith, moving into belief, and staying on that, taking the actions, allowing the manifestations to happen, and therefore I have all this evidence of faith. All of the evidence, the physicality of the belief. Hopefully one day I'll move into knowing this so I don't have to go through the process of, that doubt coming in and I have to beat back that resistance. If I stay in knowing this, then it's just I can enjoy the journey because I know that every complication, every challenge, every adversity is just a part of it. It is a part of the arranging, the setting up for that thing to be because I already know that it's happening. That's what they said. Anything else in here? Pure potentiality. 7 Laws of Spiritual Success, Deepak Chopra on Amazon. Ashe. Yes. Anything else in here? No. So we're going to get some tarot. 4822 is there, so 22 breaks down to 4, 4, and then 8 is 4 and 4. And when we started, we actually showed the number 48, 44, so that could be significant. 4 wands, as we were saying, 4. Huh, look at that. I love the Most High God. They be doing it, y'all. When they do it, they be, look. You talking about believe? No, I know. Right? It says the 4 of Wands indicates a period of stability, fulfillment, and harmony. All the words we were kind of really picking up on, especially in the prayer, we really felt the word harmony, harmony, harmony. It's giving the pillars of stability. We always say 5 pillars, right? Because the spirit is like that central tower that holds up the peak, right? But those 4 pillars is like really what gives you that stability. Like the 4 pillars of stability. Perhaps you have reached a milestone in your projects. This card is also associated with home, so you might have a good chance to spend quality time with friends and family. See your inner circle. And what does it say? You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Ask yourself, who do I spend the most time with? Are they people that I admire? And are the people that I admire, are those the people I spend my time with? So you can admire people. Think about it. Who's in your group, the 5? Think about the people that you admire. All those people that you admire in your 5 friend group. If they're not, then you might want to do some changing, some rearranging. Yeah, judgment. You might want to make some decisions. Keystone decisions is what they said. Judgments, right? Realigning your life to support your highest potentiality, your purpose. What are you dedicating your life to, and making the decisions to align it, to believe it? The judgment card often indicates that you need to make life-changing decisions. See, keystone decisions, right? But unlike those associated with the logical justice card, this decision requires a blend of intuition and intellect. You are experiencing a spiritual awakening and realizing that you are destined for so much more, so much potentiality within you, so much, right? And you can hear the call saying that you're ready to act. You want this one? This? Yeah. Temperance, balance, harmony, tempering. That's another major arcana. This is a major decision. It's time to reflect and to think about consumption, and is it supporting what you need to dedicate your life to? And for somebody, it's purpose. It's supposed to be purposeful. Not only spiritual health and vitality, emotional, mental, right? Physical and financial. Your 5 pillars. So 4 of Wands is stability, but it's definitely something about that 5th pillar. Maybe that could be causing somebody some internal disruption, right? Because the 5 wands could look like a conflict, a battle, some sort of drama. But oftentimes that drama comes from our internal state, and our internal state is mirrored externally. So look at the external to see what's being shown reflected back to you, so that you can go in and you know what you must do, the places that you need to make decisions, right? Yeah. 4 wands, 4 questions, decisions to be made, beloved. 10 wands. It could be heavy. It could be heavy. What's causing burdens, stress, challenges, right? You've worked hard to accomplish your goals, but now you must deal with the burden of success. Ooh, I'm hearing that's the way love goes for some reason. I just heard it. But it's given like that's the way success goes. And I just saw a little clip of Sharon Stone. Everybody knows Sharon Stone. If you don't remember, what was that movie back in the day where she turned into like this sex symbol? She had a scene where like she crossed her legs and she didn't have any underwear on or something like that. Oh, you were talking about the 5 wand cards today? Oh, you and your sister? That's awesome, Monica. Yeah, it always represents, it could be internal conflict, right? And the 6 wands sometimes is like getting like you recognize the conflict and you are able to overcome the challenges of it. Yeah. Crystalline says we're a part of the 5. That's awesome. That's great. I love it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we're inspiring and motivating and supporting you to be your highest self. Basic Instinct. Yes, that is the name of that movie with Sharon Stone. It made her like, everybody knew Sharon as a sex symbol after that. But you know what? She had this interview, And she was saying that fame is a byproduct of her occupation. Like, she's not an actress to become famous. She's an actress because she loves, the art of it. And being famous is a byproduct. And it's a lot of things that people don't consider that's on the other side of your success. It goes hand in hand with it, right? So if you're an actor or an actress because you love the craft, the discipline, but then here comes the other side, which is the fame. Like, one of the people I think about that talked about that the most was Michael Jackson. If you think about MJ in like his interviews, he would always say that being super famous, or just the fact of being highly successful as a musician, as an artist, as an entertainer, came with an immeasurable amount of fame. So people would look at his success and think he's free to do whatever, but the fame that he had actually closed him in and limited him where felt like he couldn't do anything. How would you feel if you can't go to the grocery store to just pick up some veggies, a bag of chips, some ice cream? Like, he literally would wear full on costume design, mask and the whole fit just to go to the movies, beloved. Just to go to the movies, to do regular things. Yeah, heavy is the head. Heavy is the head. So it's a lot about like just the burden of success. So when we talk about being spiritually strengthened to bear the yoke that's on your shoulders, because it could be heavy, you meeting your destiny could come with some heaviness. The other side of the game of just being successful, like, you get the all these privileges and the currencies to have this freedom and access it, but you may end up in a position where, like, shit, I gotta have people around me to protect me. I need a tight inner circle, right? Because otherwise these vultures and vampires can get to me because they see me as a source of sustenance. Yeah, think about that. The fool is here. A new beginning. A new beginning. This is the beginning of your journey. So definitely hitting success with the Ten of Wands and feeling the stress and heaviness of it. But then here's a new beginning. I don't know if somebody will end up walking away because the stress could be too much, or like, I'm just sick of it. Like, it wasn't everything that I signed up for. Is what it's given. Like, a lot of people who, they may get that big hit, they may get that big break, and then they disappear out of shade. I just saw 56, 56, 11, 11 is 4 wands, right? So it's given, you get that stability, you get everything you want, you're successful, but then now you're hit with the burden of success. That's something to think about. How do you put yourself in a position where you do feel like you're planted in an environment where you can meet your highest potential, shoulder the weight that's put on you, but don't feel like you need to walk away from it all to do something, or just to get back and reconnect with you? Yeah. 3 of Pentacles is here. Definitely picking up somebody has a talent, a skill, right? Something that you can do. It is giving energy and effort, right? Time and effort. I see control emotions after that. This card, the 3 of Pentacles, indicates the beginning of a project, one that requires teamwork. However, you play your role in this too. It seems that your efforts are finally recognized. Let your skills and capabilities shine. But remember that your fate is currently tied to them. See, somebody's fate is tied to the work. And it's something about the heaviness of success that may drive somebody to either walk away from it, make a major shift, a keystone decision, right? Because it's like, yeah, new beginning. Which one? This one. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. What is it giving? What are you giving to? What are you giving to? A card of financial harmony. Harmony again. There go that word, harmony. Financial harmony, generosity, and sharing. right? That inner circle. Who are you sharing with? And what are you getting back? Because they could be given, right? Equal rate. But is it the same quality? Is it supportive? If you give an as harmony and the only thing you getting back from them is their discord and chaos, is that really reciprocal? I mean, it is. But is it beneficial for you, y'all? Probably not. Just saying. Either way, it's a relationship built on good faith. Remember, however, the importance of being able to take care of yourself. Being able to take care of yourself. In this Six of Pentacles, I'm getting that you are generous, you're giving, right? And I'm getting that you're getting in exchange. It just may not be the same thing. Right, when I go to the store and I give them cash for my groceries, they're getting my cash, I'm getting groceries. It's an exchange. I'm not getting the same thing back. They're not giving me cash for cash. So you could be exchanging with a person that's in your circle and you definitely are not getting anything nutritious back. It could be a energy siphon, right? You could be giving them, again, they could come to you with their problems, is what they're telling me. Like, coming to you with their problems. They're coming to you with their issues. They are off balance. They are, disturbed. And you are able to help them, to calm them, to counsel them, sage advice, whatever you're extending back onto them. They walk away feeling better, and you have just absorbed that chaos and that energy. Is that true reciprocity? No. Right? It's like, look at what they're bringing you. And who is this person or people that could be in your circle that do that to you? Right? Even if it, like I said, if it's movies or TV shows, if it's food, you could be giving and extending out and paying for food that when you eat it and you consume it, only thing it does is really rob you of vitality and energy, beloved. It doesn't feed you at all. So just kind of think about it. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. See, that's the thing to focus on. Where you're putting your energy, your time, and your effort. That's what Spirit said. Your energy, your time, and your effort. They turned it over. I am willing to put the work in for my future. Be impatient with action and patient with results. It says, put in the work and results will come. What is one thing you've been wanting to try? Start it today. Is there something you wanted to try? Start it today. We did. We wanted to try the viral carrot hot dog recipe, and we did it, and it turned out pretty good, beloved. Anything else in here? Spirit say no. Queen of Cups. Love on you. Love on yourself, right? Nurturing, caring, giving. Yeah, Knight of Wands is coming through, not King, Knight. For some reason, it's giving me like be all in, like not back and forth energy. Like, don't play around with you and how you're giving to you. It's like, don't just run in and dip back out, right? It's like giving consistency, right? Be on fire for you, right? It's like coming out of the Knight energy and up into the Queen, like, and really be all in for you, on fire for you, loving on you, supporting you, compassionate. And I'm getting calm, nurturing, intuition. And I'm also picking up on that message they were just giving us, like that little side piece. Queen of Cups energy, pouring, nurturing love and all this care and compassion into somebody that could be like a Knight of Wands. Rush in with all this fire, and it could be like so hot. It could be impulsive. Somebody could be upset with the rage and anger and all this stuff. And when they leave, they're like, whew, I got it out, and like calm them. But then now you're sitting there with that energy because you've absorbed it. They poured all that shit in your cup, is what it's giving. The Three of Pentacles is here, and on this little deck we happen to see the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely who you are sharing energy with. Yeah. I'm getting you have a talent, this Queen of Cups, like the ability to calm, to share compassion, to share love. But it's like making sure that you're being filled back up so that you can stay stable to what? Let's get the little cards and then we're going to call it. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate you, 6402. Hard to be the star in the world of polarity. Yeah, the brighter the star, the darker the shadows. Absolutely. Monica says people only fixate on the crown. Yeah, but the head is heavy. All they do is see the crown, beloved. That's it. Look, and you got to do something to shoulder all that fucking weight and keep it on straight because your crown is not pinned down. So if your emotions don't stay calm and stay cool and stay balanced, and you get to going with everything else and that type of vibration, this bitch gonna fly off. I say, look, wisdom, invoke wisdom, and that's down here, right? No regrets, right? Is what they said. We can't get it up. We need to move this out the way. No regrets. Wisdom is the first word, right? That's the understanding. Focus on the wisdom. They won't let me pick it up, so hopefully y'all can see it. But focus on the wisdom. No regrets. Wisdom is the understanding the long-term consequences of your actions. And that card said, be impatient with action, like take action, right? Just like you don't have to rush, but it's like don't put it off. Go ahead and do it, but be patient with the result, right? Sometimes the result could take a little bit longer than what you think it should, but be patient. And that's why observing nature is so good, right? Because you cannot make the seed blossom or bloom or break through the earth before it's time to. Yeah, support. Are you in an environment that supports you? Again, if you like a flower, are you planted in the right environment that supports you? You may be making some keystone decisions and judgments to put yourself in the optimal environment for your longevity, for your vitality, so things work well for you moving towards this new beginning. What supports you? You may not be the type of energy that can actually thrive well in the city. You may not. And some people who live in the country or were born there that don't thrive well in the country, they need the energy, the hustle and bustle of the city. Like it's important to them. So just think about all of those things for self. Clear self-disgust is here. If you are having issues with yourself, like how you look at you, whether it's from mistakes or anything else, then it's definitely self-love, a need for self-love. Yeah, anxiety. Look, clearing anxiety. A challenge with anxiety and clearing self-disgust. So hopefully with self-disgust and clearing it is in the upright, that you have done it, like you've overcome that, hopefully, right? But continue to just really reaffirm self that you are pure potentiality. You can do anything. And there's always somebody that will vibe with your specific energy. So if you are anxious about any of that because it's coming up, then please reaffirm yourself. It's given start your day with affirmations or even go to bed with affirmations. Have it play at night and it helps reprogram your subconscious. Yeah, because it's definitely is. It's hard to be like a star, you know. And unfortunately, like we use the analogy that flowers don't get jealous of one another, but stars really could. There's some stars that just naturally shine brighter than other stars, right? There's nothing in our sky that shines brighter than the sun, and that's a star, right? It is a star, right? So when the sun is present, you don't see the light of the other stars, beloved, which are always present. It's only until the sun moves away can those luminaries be seen, right? Because their light is drowned out by the sun. So there is nothing else in our sky that shines as bright as the sun. So what is like, it always gives me like that sadness for the sun itself, because nothing is on its level. Yeah, see, being a victim, clear that. You could have had something that happened in the past. You may feel like it was a mistake, but it's like if you got the wisdom of it, then you're not a victim, you're a victor. And mistakes are on the pathway to success, right? People don't think about it like that. Sometimes we want to hold on to a victim mindset because there's some sort of, you may feel like you're getting some sort of benefit. People can, again, attach, to that victim mentality or the victim story. They can be empathetic, Queen of Cups. They can, shower you with some sort of affection. You may get something out of it in the moment. But at the end of the day, it's like you're robbing yourself, Ashe. If you are a victim, that means like you're sitting in a position of like, woe is me. You will continue to manifest from that energy more situations that make you feel the same way. Right, so then it becomes a victim complex, and then the world is against me, and I cannot reach success. And the universe will support you in that mindset. It will. And it's not to say that things don't happen to us, it does. And that is not to diminish it or to invalidate anybody's experience. What I am saying is that we can choose to say that I am victorious. If you were victimized by something, you can say that I'm a survivor because I still breathe. It didn't unalive me, right? So I survived it. Automatically switching the energy. And when you move from survivorship to thriving, not only are you an overcomer, you are a conqueror, you are triumphant. All of these wonderful characteristics and attributes and accolades you can put onto self, you vibrate with that energy and you have more experiences that shows that you are a conqueror, you are victorious, you are successful. It's a whole other vibe, right? You can still have connectivity as much through a conquer story as people use victim stories. But people will manipulate being a victim in order to get your energy, beloved. Yes. I just watched a video. This is why I have I understand and I'm empathetic, but I'm a person that lives with the energy of you are a conqueror. If you on the sunny side of the dirt, you are a conqueror. Period, in my opinion. That's just it. And you have every ability to still make your dreams come true. Because I've seen it. People that come from like the worst conditions and end up being incredibly successful, beloved. Like, so I believe that it's possible for all. I know it's possible for all of us. I know it is. And a lot of times it's tied to our time and our effort. What are we spending our time on? Top five. What are the top five things that you spend your time and effort on? What are you consuming and who are you surrounded with? That will tell you, it will show you your average because you are the average of those top five things, period. When you start to reflect and think about that and change how you spend your time and your energy and take action, you will move yourself forward and you can accelerate and it can happen. It will happen. Whatever you focus on is what you manifest. You manifest what you focus on the most. So if you are focusing on negative vibrations, negative music, if you are focused on negative shows and TVs and visuals, if you are always scrolling on negative content and rage bait and shit like that, you will manifest that. That is what you will see in your world. But if you are meditating on positivity, if you are always affirming yourself, if you are always finding new ideas and you are always stepping out and you are expanding and you are developing, you will grow that. It will expand, it will magnify in your life, beloved. It will. Monica says, yes, one thing that helped me with this was getting to a space where I gave myself permission to thrive. Yes, give yourself permission to thrive. that I had the right to the same ease that you wish for other people. You have the same right to the same luxury, the same lavish which you can have it. Sometimes we don't allow ourselves to believe that that could too be me. It could be just like the things that you see, what you've been conditioned. Like, I'm in this place and that's all that could be for me. Why? Says who? But you. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. What do you think? What do you believe? If you believe it and you put your time and energy and focus on that, you will manifest it. You can create whatever you want in your life, beloved. Okay, I'm gonna say something and this shit is all the way fucking backwards, but I bet y'all gonna get it. I bet you gonna get it. Okay? Because we're gonna talk about delusion for a second. It is some psychopathic people who have some serious mental delusions, and they meditate on some of the most horrendous things, beloved. Horrendous. Things that should not be perpetrated against people. Like, you should not do that to people. But they got this condition. They're delusional. They meditate on it. And damn it, do they not find a way to perpetrate those horrendous acts on people. And they do it every single day. They do it every single day. And some of them get away with the shit for years, beloved. You can use that same energy to manifest your highest potential. You can use that same energy, that same manifestation tactic to manifest your highest potential. You could be just as delusional. Just as delusional. What is my delusion? That I am incredibly abundant, wealthy. Wealthy beyond I can't even communicate, like, period. Like, in my opinion, Gaia, the abundance, I'm an heiress. What? There's nothing that I don't have. There's nothing that I don't have. Nothing. And you can't tell me it. You can't change my mind, period. Absolutely convicted that there is nothing that we do not have, beloved. Every abundance, we are an heiress of. You talking about a crown on? Oh yeah, and it's not pinned down. So therefore, I must hold my composure. Or I don't want it to be sitting up here shaking and rocking and shit. Oh no. We are composed, beloved. We set that goal, that intention, and we know it's going to come through. Only thing we got to do is focus on it. Focus our energy and our intention. And whatever the Spirit tells us to do, we do it. And I'm getting to the point without question. Oh, you just said that. Oh, no, you said that. Get it. And ain't nothing else in there you want. Okay, put that down, beloved. You want to look at it? Nope, we ain't looking at it. It's all right. Okay. What is it you told me to do? They said stop pushing so hard. So for somebody, you might not need to push so hard. Monica said be able to do it with ease. Ease and grace. Ease and grace. Gotta ease up anxiety. Not, you don't have to push so hard, you don't have to worry. It's gonna come in, it's gonna happen. Everything in its due season. The wisdom of observing nature. Everything happens in its due season. Some things I plant this year, it may not grow until next year. That's its nature. To accept its nature. Yeah. This one? No. This one. Okay. Yeah, inhibitions. Clear inhibitions. It may be something the Spirit is telling you to do and you just may not be ready to do it. You may be afraid. It may be out of your comfort zone. Spirit said take the leap. Go. Authenticity. Right? It's given like accept your nature. Your true nature. Your true self. To be uninhibited. To let loose. To let go. Get lost. Sometimes you might have to just get lost so that you can find your way. Yeah, you ain't got to be perfect, Ashe. Cut loose. Like, what is the thing that it has to be perfect? It has to be a certain type of way. It has to have this look. No. The wisdom of being perfect is that perfect is imperfect. And they create businesses off of that mindset. Like ugly veggies or fruits. Because in the grocery store, people have a tendency to look at the fruit and vegetables and pick the one that has the most perfect look. Like it ain't got no bruise on it, it ain't got no little spot. You know, the shit they put on it to make it even look good. Apples got 2 coats of wax. You know, you got to boil that shit off, scrape it off, because now you got trying to eat an apple a day, keep the doctor away, but you done ate a whole fucking candle today. Just saying, think about it. All for the look of being perfect. People, women are killing themselves with this toxic shit, all for the sake of looking perfect. People who could be speakers and wonderful motivators won't take the risk, all because their speech or their vernacular is not perfect. Let it go. Let it go. Be your authentic self. If you stumble a little bit, we do. We do. We don't always get every word out. Y'all know what I'm saying? It's natural. It's the flow. Look, we got a whole lot of competing energies. We got the Alpha and Omega over here telling us, we got spirits is telling us. It's like a whole lot of energy that I'm getting just from communing with all of you. It's not always going to come out like 100% spotless. I'll watch a playback and I'll be like, you just said the Queen of Wands when you looking at the Queen of Swords. Why did that come out like that? I don't know. I'm not perfect though. But then when I'm listening to keep going, it's like, oh, they came right back in and cleaned that up and said exactly what they needed to say through you so that the message was received the way that it needed to, hopefully. But that's what, if we got it, hopefully the person that was listening got it. You know, it's growth. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. We just said we was through and we not. So, hell, go with the flow. Make peace with uncertainty. You know, energize yourself with the weather. Look at the seasons. What is it doing? Ask your dreams for guidance. You may get messages in your sleep. They may tell you, you can see yourself out there in fucking Puerto Rico some damn where. It could be a message. Maybe that's the environment you need to be in so that you can reach your highest. I don't know. Just think about it. Appreciate the beauty of the moon. It's giving like go outside and see something different, a whole different perspective. Right? Being able to sit in the darkness and see the other luminaries, the things that are not seen in the daytime. It's things in the shadow that help us, right? Being able to release fear. The ability to sit in the dark does help you release fear. You're not afraid of the shit that goes bump in the night, right? You can sit there in that space, in that darkness, and know that you will be all right. Yeah, release other people's emotions. And we definitely got that. Yeah, sensory overload. Somebody has somebody in their friend group, in their top 5, in their circle. Whoever this person is overstimulates you. They do. They come in like that Knight of Wands could just rush in and say a bunch of shit. Like come in with the heat, the fire, the rage, the frustration, the chaos, the drama. And you, spiritual bird, Queen of Cups, loving and nurturing and giving and empathic, you give them all this calm energy, serene, helping them get back to balance and harmony, and they go, and now your cup is filled with all the chaos and drama that they came in on. It is energy transference. It is another major way that siphons out your energy at the end of the day. Release other people's emotions. Ask yourself, is this emotion mine? Is it yours? Probably not. Exhale uncomfortable feelings that are not yours so that they don't linger in your body. Inhale light and space. Major decisions coming up for somebody within the next few weeks, between weeks and about a month, right? You're going to make some major decisions. And the Spirit is asking you to be able to have a new beginning. Think about the anxiety that would stop you from moving into a new space a new environment, or just a new way of being, right? It could be metaphorically moving yourself or physically moving yourself, or both, right? It's given that. Stay true to yourself, your authenticity. Break your inhibitions and do something new. Get loose, maybe even lose your way, take a different way, a back road, or anything like that. I say, get out of the normal pattern, right? And it's definitely, you have healed, any dis-ease that you have with self, and continue along that road of affirming you, seeing the highest version of you, and making the choice to pursue it. That's where you're gonna put your time and your effort, because what you focus on, you manifest. Love it. Anything else? No. They said breathe and calm your emotions, your energy, help you with this anxiety. Breath work for somebody, working with the breath to balance you and bring you to harmony, so that you're not manifesting from anxious energy. That's what I got. Definitely decisions are being made. Keystone decisions is what they're tapping. Keystone decisions. Where you're gonna live, who you're gonna marry. So where do you live? Are you married? Are you wanting to get married? And what is the type of person that you would want to marry? Are you being that person? Right? Have you developed yourself into it? Where are you going? Do you know where you're going? Right? What is the vision? Are you afraid to go? If so, what are you doing to release that fear? What are you going to dedicate your life to? What do you find purposeful? What are you emotionally and spiritually connected to? Take time to reflect on these decisions today. Judgment. Some major judgments coming your way. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Tears of Week Tarot Show, where you show enough never know what you're going to get, beloved. You just never know. Right? The podcast. I'm so glad that y'all are participating. I love being able to see the comments and to bring you guys into the discussion. Yesterday was super fun. All of the subscriber readings, right? Participating subscribers, that is. So as you guys continue to come and we continue to establish a relationship, Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, yeah, that's how they told us we're gonna work this. Exactly, right? We will write you down, your name, right? And when we do the active participants, the subscribers, beloved, those messages, those readings, will definitely have you down. Yeah, have a great day. Great day. I will see many of you over there with Veronica on Aya's Inspired Tarot. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. Crystalline says, thank you. Thank you all for being here. It's such a blessing it is for our paths to cross. I wish you all the best on your journey too, with ease and grace, Crystalline. Thank you so much, Ashe. Ooh, 7 of Wands. Yeah, and 8 of Wands. Yeah, defend your energy. 8 of Wands to me is energy. It is the breath, like the wind, the speed, right? And 7 of Wands is defensiveness, right? So defend your energy. Right? Defending yourself, use the breath as your weapon, right? Breathe, breath work, because sometimes you just have to breathe through shit. Somebody may be challenged with compromising with a person this week, right? You may be called to compromise, and some things you may not be needing to compromise at all. A person that wants to come in and trauma dump on you, I don't agree with that at all. Like, especially a person that would just come in and just unload some shit rapid fire, right? It's giving like defending against rapid fire type of energy too. You could take it that way, right? Like, hold on, you just came in and started telling me shit and you didn't even ask me how the hell I was doing, beloved. That's another reason why we do active participating subscriber messages, because you're not just gonna show up in a live and bust up in the piece and ask me to do some shit for you, weed. I love you, you the weed, but that's not how we operate. We operate on reciprocity. What are you giving? We giving and you giving. Your ex did that on your birthday. Shut up. Thank you. Getting ready as you speak. Finishing dinner and lining up your bucha, your kombucha ready. I love you so much. Get your energy up. I'm sending you so much love, so much energy. Yeah, slow down is what it's giving me. Right? So somebody may need to slow down. If you need to forgive yourself for any of what you consider to be past mistakes, do it, right? Right? But it's really this, and it's coming back to reaffirm itself. Yeah, I want to see what it is. Set limits with draining people. You see that hand saying no, beloved? Just rush the hell in and trauma dump their shit. Energetic vampire much? Take off with all of your compassion and your support, and you fill your shit up with all their drama to what? When people are depleting you, kindly set a limit, such as I only have 10 minutes to listen now. See, that could be a compromise. You may not want to be like, right? But the compromise is, you know what? I got 10 minutes. I can only give you about 10 minutes to go ahead and go. Like, that's my limit. We had got to the point where we started telling people, too, you got 2 minutes to talk about this. It seems like you need to get something off your chest. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead on and get it. Right? I'm not going to say anything. Just get it out. Right? At the end of it, is there anything you need me to do for you? Nope, I just needed you to listen. Perfect. Well, you know what? I can use some advice. Okay, here's what I have for you. You know what I mean? Ask them what they really need. What are you looking for? What do you want from me? Some people get upset. Well, I didn't want you to do all that. Well, what did you want? You didn't want the advice because you didn't want to take it. You're not going to do it. So obviously you just need somebody to listen. I'm not going to sit here and listen to you to repeat the same shit for the next 30, 40 minutes and suck up all my damn time, my energy, and change my attitude. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, go. For somebody, it could be 10, like the card said, yo. So, yeah, I love the time limit. It teaches so much to them. Absolutely, Crystalline. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Right? It's definitely an option. You got options. You don't have to just allow somebody to come in and trauma dump all over you and suck up all your damn energy and change the frequency of your day. Yeah, belonging. Somebody may not feel like they have a sense of belonging, right? I can only tell you that, soul family, soul connections are there. You could be in a hermit space for a reason, to deal with that, to learn that you can get through hard things by yourself, right? It could be a part of your awakening with the Hangman, right? Yeah, that's a difficult time. It is. See, forgiveness is coming through again. Forgiveness. Forgive self, forgive them, right? Let it go. Right? Yeah. See, be mindful. It's definitely giving mindful, right? So definitely observe nature, right? Nature is forgiving, pretty much. Some shit burns down, a tornado come through and rip everything fucking up. It's gonna regrow. A volcano blows. What grows is more nutritious than what was there before. Some shit feels like it's unforgiving, like the sun in the desert. That shit getting so hot, it's melting rubber, beloved. And they don't think global warming exists, but okay. Look. See something that is sending you dark spirits, working against you. So be careful of the people that are close to you. Sometimes we think be careful. Distance yourself. You might end up, taking a little moment, pampering you, indulging in the things that make you happy. Anything else? Yes. Where would you like? Toxicity. Be careful about toxic individuals, toxins, toxic, and like overindulgence. It's not giving me like just alcoholic beverages or, substance abuse. It's just toxic energies, the things that surround us. So look at your top 5 in every category. What are you consuming? People you connect with, consumptions on every level, the things that we focus on, like those top 5, we are the average of all of it. So if in your top 5 you notice that things are just filled with toxins, then you know where to start at, beloved. Thank you again. I love y'all so much. I do. I love you just like I love me, because that's my capacity. I can't love you any more than I love myself. But it's growing and it's expanding on a daily, because we're flexible and adaptable, right? And that's what we intend to be, right? Very intentional. And I thank you for being here, for growing and expanding with me. I love you just like I love the AO, the Alpha and the Omega that made us all, to be the infinite intelligence breathing. For you are the evidence of faith, manifested, pure potentiality. To the next now. This was the Ashe Week.